What's up, guys? It's your boy Email Mentor back with another video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video if you care. This video is gonna be my second unpopular opinion music edition. I did the first one, but for some reason my phone, the video cut short, and I didn't feel like editing it. So what I did was I didn't feel like I didn't want it to edit. So what I did was just post it the way it was. Whew. So you want to see my first video, you can go and watch the last video. The last video I posted on my account, you can go and watch it, and then you can come back to this one because this one is the second one. So yeah, so the last person I left off before the video got shut or cut off was Lizzo. So I was saying my unpopular opinion about Lizzo is I feel like Lizzo gets hate for no reason. Does Lizzo do things for attention sometimes? Yes, but Lizzo is very much confident in her body, and she's an amazing person. I think she's one of the sweetest person on earth and in the music industry. And I think she's very talented. She could play instruments. I think she writes a lot of her music. She has great music that sounds very good. She's a great performer. And if our label keep pushing her and keep, trying to brand her name and get it out there more, she could be bigger and bigger. Like, she's already big, she has to hit records and stuff like that. Everybody knows who Lizzo is. But she has great music. She has the quality music, and she's talented too. I just think her label needs to make her get used to dropping albums and dropping music consistently, because Lizzo haven't dropped anything within the last 2 years, and that's not really good if you want to stay consistent. So that's the thing with Lizzo. But Lizzo's very talented, no shade. So yeah, I need to stop playing with Lizzo. My next unpopular opinion is I think Ariana Grande, her best album is Thank You Next. I don't care what y'all say. I know there's people who are stands of Sweetener, and I know there's people who are stands of Positions. But I don't think anybody really be saying that her best album is Position. I think everybody knows that that is not her best album. I think everybody knows that very well. But I think Thank You Next is her best album because Thank You Next came within a time where, it came within a time where, like, she was going through so much, and a lot of people was going through a lot of the stuff she was going through, or went through some other stuff, that when she put out that album, it was well needed within the time. And she had went through the DK Boston bombing. Um, she went through the Manchester bombing with her concert. Then Mac Miller had passed away. Then she engaged Pete, and that didn't go well because she was dealing with the whole Mac Miller situation. And that album was just so monumental. There was no skips. You could feel every song. Even the up-tempo songs had a meaning behind it. Like, this album was such like a magnificent album. That's why Billie Eilish got up there, was like, yo, like, yeah, I won for this album, but listen, like, Ariana Grande deserves this award more than me, because she knew damn well, like Thank You Next was such a brilliant and monumental album. Same thing when Adele won the Grammys 2017, when she won for 25, which was a dope album. Like, there was no skips. Like, Adele really gets people through stuff. And that was such a great album. Like, Adele don't miss when it comes to albums and it comes to like music. Like, she has the music. The proof is in the pudding. But she knew Beyonce Lemonade was such a monumental album as well. And so she was looking at them like, what are y'all doing? Like, Beyonce deserved that award. Like, I know I'm Adele, I know I can sing, I know I have the great music, but Beyonce deserved that award. So, same thing with Thank You Next. Thank You Next is her best album. And I think her second best album is Dangerous Woman. Because those are the two like albums where she just really had no skips, and I think those two albums were just memorable eras. It has some of the best and biggest songs of her career on those two albums. But Sweetener had God Is a Woman and Reading too, so I'm not gonna hate on Sweetener. I think that's her third best album, but I think her best album is Thank You Next. And since we're speaking on albums, I think Beyonce best album is Four. I got two opinions to make about Beyonce. I think Beyonce best album is Four. Beyonce Four. I think Four is her best album. I think sonically it was very cohesive. I think that was probably one of her best eras. I think she had a lot of like her best songs are on that album. I think that album had no skips. During the time when Beyonce dropped this album, or during the time of that era, you would have thought it was a big Beyonce stan. Like, how like The Weeknd right now, like, After Hours is such a great album that right now you would think that I'm like a big The Weeknd stan. Even Dua Lipa, like Future Nostalgia, you would think I'm a big Dua Lipa fan because Future Nostalgia. Like Four is such a great album. Like I'm not the biggest Beyonce fan, but I respect her, and at least on my next point. But hold on, I think Four is her best album. Like there was no skips. That was where she made some of the best music she ever made in her life. Even though Beyonce is still making great music, because I think after Four, I think her second best album is Lemonade. But that's neither near or there. That's just my personal opinion. But Four is her best album. And then just back to Beyonce, my other point about Beyonce, I think Beyonce is uh the greatest entertainer of all time. With the session of MJ, I think Beyonce is the greatest entertainer of all time. And the fact that MJ is not here is just now the proof is just in the pudding. Like Beyonce is the greatest entertainer of all time. Beyonce can perform, she can sing, she has a stage presence. She don't have to do too much. She can just stand there and just look legendary and just be iconic. Like Beyonce is Beyonce for a reason. You know, you can't play around with Beyonce. Like she is Beyonce for a reason. Like I don't argue about her artistry. Like she understands what artistry is, and she puts her time and effort into her music. Like Beyonce is Beyonce, and like she makes so much great music. Like Beyonce will go down as one of the best, like the GOATs. You know what I mean? But another point about Beyonce too, I now have 3 points. Another point about Beyonce on the flip side, I don't think Beyonce is the greatest vocalist, because sometimes, you know, and all fan bases do that sometimes too. But the Beehives sometimes they think that Beyonce is the greatest singer of all time, and I don't think she is the greatest singer of all time. I think she definitely has the vocal ability. I definitely think she can sing her face off to save her life. Like she definitely is a great vocalist. But with that being said, I don't think Beyonce can sing better than Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Jennifer Hudson, Deborah Cox, Fantasia, Tamar Braxton, and Jasmine Sullivan. I don't think she sings better than that. Some might say Adele, but I'll leave that to the people. But those people I just named, I don't think Beyonce can sing. Like I don't think Beyonce can outsing them. I think maybe she can sing as good as them, or she just. I think they have a little bit vocal ability over her. But Beyonce can sing though. People say she sings slow, but I think Beyonce really can sing. Like there's no shit about Beyonce singing. Beyonce really can sing. But I just think, you know, I don't think like she's the greatest vocalist of all time. You know, but I definitely enjoy her voice. I think she can sing. She has vocals for days, but I just don't think she can outsing a Whitney or a Mariah or a Jasmine Sullivan or a Tamar Braxton. Um, my next one, speaking of Tamar Braxton, let me just get into her. I think Tamar Braxton, though she lives under the shadow of being a Braxton, and you know we see a lot of her personality. It speaks more than the music. I think you know the Braxton family values and her being Tony Braxton's sister, or that is what you know shines her. But Tamar Braxton has very great music. I think people sleep on her music and her voice, but Tamar Braxton can eat every Braxton sisters up. Like she really can sing. Um, excuse me. She really can sing. She has very great music. And you know, like I don't think no, no, I don't think a lot of R&B singers can, in this new wave of music, can touch her vocal ability. I think she's one of the best new R&B singers. Well, she's been out for 20 years actually, but she found her real her big spot 2013 when she released the Love and War album. So technically she's been out, you know, not mainstream, but you know, been out for like, you know, attention wise, she's been out for like 8 years. You know what I mean? But with that being said, like she really is a really great singer. And I feel like people sleep on her vocal ability, people sleep on her music. Her albums are really good. Like she's Tamar Braxton. You know what I mean? Like she has the voice. The proof is in the pudding with her. Um, um, let me go. Pooh Shiesty. If y'all want to see me talk about, so I talk about NBA YoungBoy, Little Baby, and the Baby, and I think Lil Durk, and then in my last video. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about Pooh Shiesty. So my unpopular opinion about Pooh Shiesty is I think Pooh Shiesty is not talented. I don't think Pooh Shiesty really has what it takes to be a great rapper. I think Pooh Shiesty's trash. No shade. I think Pooh Shiesty, he's lit when it comes to the speakers. Like he has bangers through the speakers because you know he makes party songs. But Pooh Shiesty is not a great rapper. Like I saw his double XL freshman freestyle, and it was so trash. And I've been saying this, and people don't give my credit for this. And now I'm glad everything I'm saying is coming to the light. Like take a lot of these rappers. Not a lot of them can really rap. Take a beat and take the overly production. I mean the overly produced production from over their music. I don't think they have great music. Like I don't think they really can rap. You know what I mean? Like that's why I respect Kendrick and that's why I respect J. Cole. Because like Pooh Shiesty and them really just can't rap. Like take the music out of out of their, excuse me, take the something just popped on my screen. I was confused. Take the production out of their music. They really just can't really rap. They don't have great music. They just have good beats that carry their songs. And if you're an artist and you can't well, if you can't freestyle, you shouldn't really be a rapper. You should just be considered an artist. And if you really just can't rap without a beat, you know what I mean? Like you can't write your own music. I feel like Gucci Mane's just pushing him because he brings him money because he makes songs that people nowadays like to dissect because everybody just like beats. Nobody likes to actually see what real talent is. So that's definitely a thing for the girls to gag about. Um, so I just think Pusha T is really trash. No shade. Um, uh, what's my next point? What's my next point? Um, oh, Kendrick Lamar and J Cole. Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. I think Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole are the two best rappers of this generation. And I think they will retire being in the top 10 conversations, like the top 10 best rappers of all time conversations. I think they will retire after they get done with music or after they done put out so many other albums. I think they will go down as the best of the generation, and they're gonna be in the top 10 conversations with Jay Z, Biggie, Pac, Eminem, Nas. Like Drake Cole and Kendrick are the best rappers of the generation because they make very great music. Like I feel like none of their albums are bad. They make great music. They represent black men in America very well, especially Kendrick. Kendrick's a very good storyteller, and I think Kendrick raps like I don't think nobody raps like Kendrick. I think Kendrick makes very great music. He makes music that people will look down after 20 years and be like, yo, that was such a great song for hip hop. Like Kendrick understands the assignment. He is like the voice of hip hop. Whether you like his style, whether you think he's boring, Kendrick Lamar is talented. He's he is like the mini Tupac, no shade. I feel like if Tupac had a son, if Tupac could pick who he would want to pass the torch to, if he was still here in his like older age now, I think I think Tupac would pass it to Kendrick and Cole. I think Jay Z definitely knows J Cole's talented. He definitely knows J Cole is that boy, and that's why he had J Cole on Rock Nation. And Nas knows Kendrick and J Cole's ability. So like these rappers who are so monumental, so brilliant, they know that Kendrick and J Cole, are the best right now. Like they definitely, you know, they really be doing what needs to be done. Um, my next point, uh, uh, Erica Banks. I think Erica Banks has potential. I think the one thing that's holding Erica Banks back is the whole Megan Thee Stallion thing. I think take that away from Erica Banks. Erica Banks has potential. I think Erica Banks is a very great I think she's a great rapper. I think she could rap. Do I feel like she needs to be a little bit more creative? Yes. Do I think she has a lot of more work to do? Yes. But I think Erica Banks can rap toe to toe with Megan Thee Stallion. Like I don't think she's that bad of a rapper. I think and she definitely can do a nice little. She like on her EP. Her EP was really good for her first EP. She had that wasn't her first EP, but her first mainstream not really even mainstream, but just a EP that people was kind of giving a little bit of attention to. She has some R&B songs on there. Like Erica Banks is talented. She just needs to like apply herself more and just do more and just fix some things within her artistry. But she's talented. No shit. I think she's talented. I think she will make it if she just sticks to what she's doing, but make it a little better and clean some things up. She will really be something big. Mark my words. Flo Milli. I think Flo Milli will be one of the biggest artists within the next 5 years. I think Flo Milli, label needs to push a little bit more. And I think Flo Milli needs to, some songs don't need to have that overly, like that little girl sound. I feel like once she kind of switches over a little bit to a different sound, she could really be even more bigger because everybody knows her for that one sound. But that one sound, nobody else sounds like that in the industry. So I actually like that on Flo Milli. Like Young Baby take a little bit, but Flo Milli she's very talented. She's very dope. Like I think she really can rap. She could flow. I feel like she definitely can be a marketable girl. She's dark skinned, but she has great music. Like she has a lot of good songs that are bops. I love May I, Send Addy, in the party. I walk around like I'm that weak. That sample was amazing. Like, and Roaring Twenties was a good song. Like, she just, and then even the song with she and Young Baby Tate. Young Baby Tate too. My unpopular opinion about her is that she is like, she, Doja Cat, Flo Millie, Bree Runway. Those four girls, I think they're definitely about to be the groundbreaking artists that people would like to sleep on, but the people also know that they're very talented and that they're not people to be played with. Like, let's not play with Flo Millie because she's definitely talented and she's definitely about to be the next girl. Doja Cat as well, Young Baby Tate, and Bree Runway. Those girls are sickening. Doja Cat is one of the most talented artists out right now. I said what I said. Doja Cat, her talent is undeniable. Is she anything new? No, I think she's a mixture. I think she's a mixture of a lot of different artists, but she's talented in what she does, and I like how she mixes different genres and put it together and confuse people because you can't box Doja Cat. She's so talented, and her albums are good. Like, she makes very great music. Doja Cat is gonna be one of the biggest artists, you know, for this generation. Like, she's already so big, so she's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So I definitely love her, and I'm proud to say that she is definitely one of the biggest things out right now, and she is talented. And I don't care what you say with Doja Cat. Doja Cat is that girl. Period. City Girls. I think City Girls need to stop making music. No, I'm just kidding. I think City Girls are not that talented. But I think they go solo, they could do way more better. I think City Girls, uh, I like some of their music. I like a lot of their earlier stuff. I never really thought that they. What are you, Mel? Slow down. I never really thought that they could really rap, but they had some little bangers, some little cute songs over the time being. And I think, they're definitely improving in their artistry when it comes to their stage presence. But I feel like Young Miami really just can't rap. I think she should go more into the fashion. I think JT should go solo. But I think JT needs to stop being a little bit more ignorant, and maybe she could really, because she's not that bad. JT's an okay rapper. Um, but I just think she needs to just do. I think they need to split to find them. Why I cannot talk today? I think they need to split to find themselves. Is what I'm trying to say. I think they need to split to find who they are and what they are in the rap game for. But I don't really think they're talented like that though. Especially Miami. No shade. Um, Sweetie. Sweetie. My unpopular opinion about Sweetie is I think Sweetie definitely needs to leave the music scene. No shade. I think she makes cute, catchy songs, and I really like her personality. I think she's a very great person. I think she's a good person. I think she has a nice personality. She's cool. She's sweet. Sometimes she can be a little bit arrogant with the Birkin bag, and a guy gotta buy you this to be able to be with her. I don't like all of that, but I think she's very um nice overall. I think she's very cool. But when it comes to the music, she's not talented. She can't rap. She don't even be on beat. No shit. And I think she just makes one-dimensional music. Like, I feel like her music is cute. Like, I like Back to the Streets. I was cute with Janae Aiko, but I think Janae Aiko carried the song. But Doja Cat with Best Friend, Doja Cat carried Best Friend. Um, you know what I mean? Like, like Saweetie's definitely here to be here, but she's here for the aesthetics and for the looks. Like, Tapping was a basic song. You know what I mean? She's sampling and it's just all the. I don't know. She just don't deserve to really be here and rap. I think she's just such a cute girl, and she should stick to being a model or do other stuff. Maybe like lip gloss or makeup or something, because she's beautiful, but she just don't, you know, deserve to really be here like that. Because she's not really a good rapper at all. She just don't make good music. Um, well, she makes catchy, cute songs for TikTok. Like, it's cute. Like, I would sing tap 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 in and my best friend. Da da dee da dee da. Slow motion. Women causing a commotion. That's my type. Like, she has cute songs, but she don't really just. I don't think she's really talented. You know what I mean? So I think she should dive into different other things. I think that's it for now for the unpopular opinions. Oh, this. Because I want to say R. Kelly is the king of R&B, but because he's very disgusting and didn't, he just didn't go out gracefully. He didn't bow down gracefully. He really didn't go out. He went out looking really bad, so I ain't gonna really shout him out too much here. But I think R. Kelly has that title because of the pen, the music is clearly there. Take away the nasty stuff, R. Kelly's a legend. And I think he's the real king of R&B. But since we want to be sanitary, and if you do something that's you're not supposed to do, we have to erase your stuff. Then the torch it should be passed to usher.